Thank you. And don't spill any water while you're at it. All right, here's our intro.
Where am I looking? The camera right there?
Right there. Back and forth with each other. Please put the tape back on that. Well, we had what seemed like spring in early to mid-August, but now that September has rolled around, so have the dog days of summer. As an athlete, you play no matter what the weather is, and we've got what promises to be a good one on the pitch here this evening as we welcome you aboard to Defiance High School. Brent Balbinot alongside Rhett Board as boys soccer takes center stage this evening on DCTV. As always, our thanks going out to Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, providing us their sponsorship for this afternoon's pregame, as we are about 10 minutes away from both St. Mary's and Defiance. Somebody should pick up their second win of the season, Rhett. It has been a tale, maybe even more so a test of patience for both these rosters so far this fall.
Yeah, both these teams are just still trying to find their footing, this fall, in game action. And if you're a coach in this type of situation for both clubs, you're looking at incremental growth. You're not going to get it all at once. You just want to see some incremental growth and improvement as the season goes on. Being the fact you get to play each other, here this evening, both teams got to be excited to what sits in front of them.
So when we take a look at how both teams have reached their one win, it's been much different. For St. Mary's, they absolutely blew away Lincoln View. 11 of, I believe, their 12 goals this season scored in one match.
Yeah, and that's got to be a vote of confidence for them, knowing that they can find the back of the net. And, when you look through the roster, 3 guys make up the majority of those goals. And that's pretty good if you're a coach. You got 3 guys that can find the back of the net consistently. That's something definitely to build on. And if you're Defiance, it's been a struggle offensively this year so far. The good news is their defense has let them stay in ball games. So if they can keep, play top-level defense here this evening and take their shots, when they present themselves late, maybe they'll get a chance for a win.
On the flip side for Defiance, they've been able to master 2 goals so far this season. Nicasio Hall, who is also the place kicker for the football team, he leads the way. He is one of their forwards or one of their strikers, so to speak. It's going to be imperative that he get the ball in space this afternoon.
Exactly right. When he get out and make those long runs in space, he has the ability to make people miss, and again, with his foot can find, the back of the net. They need a lot of that here this evening, because if he can get going early in this contest, that defense is going to shift him even more, and that'll open up some crossers, across the field, for his guys that are streaking down the backside.
Again, in talking with both head coaches, again, Coach James Holtzapfel for St. Mary's, and again, Coach Stork for Defiance, one thing is going to be key here this afternoon, and you see it quite a bit, especially at the prep level. Once offenses work the ball down into the opponent's lower third, so to speak, that's when things gum up. That's when defense becomes the rule of the day. You can't stay stationary. There's a phrase common to no matter what level of soccer you're playing, and that's recycle your run. It's the equivalent of moving without the basketball, coming off screens, making hard cuts. When you're on the hardwood, you can do the same thing on the pitch.
You have to, because you got to make sure that defense, they got their head on a swivel and cannot get their feet set, against you offensively. So it's going to be important for, again, those guys in space to be able to make those long runs, but more importantly, the guys in the backside hustling, to put themselves in a position where they can make a play. And if the team that moves best here without the ball in their hands, not in their hands obviously, but with their feet, with possession is going to set themselves up to have an opportunity to come up with a big win here this evening.
We're going to take a quick time out. Our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show will continue right after this. We will have our starting lineups just around the corner. We're still about 7 minutes away from this one getting underway. Somebody looking for their second win of the season. Will it be the host Defiance Bulldogs, or will it be the visiting St. Mary's Rough Riders? Only time will tell. Our thanks again going out to Estill Chevrolet Cadillac. They are satisfying thousands of customers one at a time. Check them out downtown or online at drivebobestil.com. Don't you go anywhere. More of the Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show continues right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Back at Defiance High School, and more specifically Fred Brown Stadium, Brent Balbinot alongside Rhett Boyd as the Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show continues. And right now, time to take a peek at your starting lineups, brought to you by Baker Schindler Company, proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, baker-schindler.com. Let's start with the visitors, the Rough Riders at 1-4 overall, and they will start from back to front. Clearly one of the strengths of this team so far this season is their goalkeeper, Landon Klaus. He is a junior, 32 collections, 19 saves. And when you take a look at what they've done, he has been nothing short of spectacular. He has only allowed, let's see, 7 goals after the season opener, where everybody's been a little bit rusty. But part of that is he's been under constant pressure, right?
Yeah, and he's really stood tall, and he's really kept his team in ball games, up to this point. And you need that when you got a guy that can stand on his head at times and make the abnormal save. That's got to be a shot of adrenaline if you're a rider. And so if he can come out here, play well here this evening, that should bode well for his club on the offensive end, because they know they can take chances and gamble a little bit up front, on the offensive end, knowing you got a guy back there that can make this, not just a traditional save, but the abnormal save as well.
Let's take a look at the back line. Again, that first line of defense, and one again defensive at the wing will be Connor Rust, a senior. Vincent Holtzhappel. Now, he does move from the back line to technically a striker or a forward. As a matter of fact, he has 3 goals, so he's a little bit of a jack of all trades. Brady Dingeldine will be another center back, and at the other wing, Cohen Kraft. Your midfielders, Braden Keller, a senior, Noah White, a sophomore, Rowan Verbeek, a freshman, and Will Ross, a junior. And then up front, electing to go with just a couple of forwards, Jake Ackroyd, a junior. He has 2 goals and 4 assists. And Brady Triplett, 3 goals and 1 assist. For the Bulldogs of Defiance, let's start on the back. Jamison Burris, not to be outdone by his counterpart. He also has 19 saves. Your defenders as follow. Marcelo Rhoda, a sophomore. Julian Ruiz, a junior. Simon Johnscaring, a senior. And Riley Lopez, a junior. Your midfielders, Anthony Hernandez, a senior. Joe Hasselbring, a senior. Dominic Paxson, a junior. And then up front on the left wing, it'll be Tucker Koppenhofer, a sophomore. On the right wing, Riker Army, a freshman. And in the middle, he's got a goal already under his belt, Nicasio Hall, a senior. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Baker Schindler Company, proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Check them out online, baker-schindler.com. We're a minute away from getting this one started. When we come back, we will have Rhett's keys to the game. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
And there you get a good look at both rosters making their way towards the center of the pitch here at Defiance High School. Specifically, again, we are at Fred Brown Stadium as it is boys soccer taking center stage on DCTV this evening. Brent Balbinot alongside Rhett Boyd. We've given you the Baker Schindler Company starting lineups. Time now for the Northwest State Community College keys to the game. Northwest State Community College, your key to great career opportunities begins with a great education at Northwest State. Visit northweststate.edu or give them a call at 419-267-1320 today. All right, they're about to be flashed up on the screen here, but Rhett, what do both teams have to do to pick up a win here this afternoon?
Well, I think for the home team, Defiance, number one, you want to get off to a good start. You had a nice crowd here on a beautiful evening. Get off to a good start. Get the crowd into the ballgame and back row barrage. I'm going to use an analogy here that compares to basketball. You want to jam up the paint. You want to load the defensive side of the field defensively, make St. Mary's take long-distance shots, low-percentage shots. If you're able to do that, you can hang around this game. Take your shots in the offensive end when you got them.
On the flip side for St. Mary's, what do the Riders have to do this afternoon?
Well, early energy. You know Defiance at home is going to come out, and they're gonna throw the kitchen sink at you early in this ball game, trying to get off to a good start. Early energy. Again, movement without the ball is going to be critical to open up those passing lanes and pepper the net. You got 12 goals on the year. You've shown the ability to fire in the back of the net and to put as many shots on goal as you can against this Defiance team and see if you can get out to an early lead.
Those are your Northwest State Community College keys to the game. Time now for our national anthem. It is courtesy of the Veterans Service Commission of Defiance. Our national anthem brought to you by the Veterans Service Commission of Defiance, here to assist veterans and their families in times of need. Give them a call if you need their services at 419-782-6861. Brent Balbinot alongside Rhett Boyd. Starting lineups being introduced. We will take 1 minute timeout, a 1 minute timeout. to put a wrap on our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show. And when we come back, it's time for soccer. Defiance versus St. Mary's. You're watching it on DCTV Sports.
Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com.
We welcome you back to Fred Brown Stadium. It is the home of the Bulldogs. Tonight, soccer, boys style, takes center stage as the Bulldogs 1-4-1. Welcoming the Rough Riders of St. Mary's 1-4. How did they get here? Glad you asked. Let's tell you. For Defiance, they opened up the season at Napoleon with a tough 3-0 loss, then a stinging 1-0 loss at home versus Kalida. A win home versus Lincoln View, 2-0. At Wapakoneta, they got blanked 5-0 versus Lake, a 4-0 loss. And then earlier this week, less than 48 hours ago, home versus Otsego, they played to, as the English would say, a 0-0 draw. On the flip side, for the Rough Riders, at 1-4. They opened up with a tough 4-1 loss versus Liberty Benton, a 2-0 setback at Troy, a 2-0 setback at Bryan, and then the floodgates opened home against Greenville, 11-1. As a matter of fact, they scored all their goals of the season but one in that Greenville match, and then their latest was a 3-0 tough loss versus Salina. That is what we're looking at now. We are getting set for the official to start things off here. Now, do we have two linesmen? We just have a couple here this evening, so two officials, period. Whistle sounds, and we are underway. Again, Defiance in their home blue uniforms, at least jersey tops, with the white shorts. St. Mary's decked out in all white. Rhett, again, temperatures pushing 90 degrees today. Now, again, we've talked about this before with that sun beaming down, and especially on artificial turf, athletes will call it feet heat. It is considerably warmer down on that turf than it is even in the stands.
Yeah, the good news, though, for these players, where this maybe was not the case last week, was there is a breeze, and it's a steady breeze. So at least they got that going for them. It's been cool the last couple of days, which has been nice for them. But, yeah, they're going to have to deal with it here this evening, but it's not something they haven't dealt with already this season on multiple days.
Well, and also as the sun sets, hopefully the wind will take a little bit of the edge off of things, but they will get a break halfway through both the first and the second half. So about the 20-minute mark, they'll stop for water, make sure they rehydrate. And you want to play varsity, you get the benefit of playing maybe in slightly cooler weather. As we're taking a look at it, and again, the midfield, boy, they are very aggressive, not offside, and that is a really heads-up move by the goalkeeper, Jamison Burris.
Yeah, great decision to come out. And if you come out that far, you better be right. And he certainly used his speed and was able to get to that ball.
Well, again, the rule here, you have to have two people between you and the goal at the moment the ball is struck. And it's pretty clear St. Mary's understands the timing and how to press those wings. We saw it in the JV game, and we're seeing it again here in the varsity level. Trying to set up, and again, this is what we talked about. Once the opponents get to the opposition's third or end third of the field, that's when things tend to gum up. And Rhett, that's when you've got to stay ahead with movement. As a whistle sounds there, and we're going to have offsides.
And I think that's what you saw there, on that series right there for St. Mary's. Did a good job, good lead pass, got the ball, down inside 15 yards, but then everybody stopped and watched, and that allows the defense to set itself, and Defiance was able to clear.
Defiance clearing here, seeing if they can't counter. Some really good ball handlers, especially in the middle of the field, which is why you want them there for St. Mary's. Looking in particular, Connor Rust, even though he's a back row player, and a nifty save right there by Jamison Burris.
It's a great save by Burris, and you can see the speed that Braden Keller had down that left side for St. Mary's. He had the defender in front of him. He simply outran him, got to the ball, maintained possession, was able to get a quality shot on net.
So we will have a corner kick here for St. Mary's. This is a good-looking cross. They get multiple numbers into the box, and a nice job. Right now not cleared, and eventually is by Defiance, and specifically Riker Army. Quickly back in, and here is where, again, you call it pack line defense, but you see all but 2 blue jerseys just kind of smashing things inside that 20-yard line.
And what that allows you to do, it allows you to shrink and squeeze passing lanes. And it forces you to take those long-distance shots. You want to force the offense to become impatient, take those long-distance shots, those low-percentage shots. And that's, if you get enough of those throughout the ball game, that can keep you in it. And then when you have your opportunity in the offensive end, you take a shot.
Joseph Hasselberg puts a foot into it, gets it across the midfield mark. But again, a battle for the ball. This will stay in bounds. Quickly, Defiance's defenders are back. And a good clear. Well, St. Mary's electing to go ahead and completely take it out of play and reset. And here they come. Boy, some really good ball handlers as far as the midfielders are concerned for the Rough Riders. Whistle sounds as Will Ross sends it off. Offsides. It is a defensive game. It was designed to make scoring hard. And I know for a lot of U.S. fans it's taken a long time to appreciate the game. It's really become very strong at the grassroots levels. But if you talk to some of the old guard, they'll tell you an insurmountable 1-goal lead is a defensive game. Very defensive.
One thing you see here early from St. Mary's is once they get the ball in the middle of the field, they're not wasting any time.
No.
Because what they're doing, it's freezing the defense. It's holding their eyes.
Quick throw in, and Defiance getting caught on their heels. Ball into the box and trying to kick it back out. I'm somewhat surprised that Jake Ackroyd didn't get more aggressive there. Well, you get inside that 10-yard line with that box ret, and most coaches are going to tell you, go ahead and try and force the issue.
So he said pepper the net, right?
Yep.
Get as many shots on net as you can, and good things happen.
St. Mary's doesn't waste time, though. The quick throw in again. Here comes Connor Rust, and that run just a little too long.
And St. Mary's has controlled the pace of play here.
They really have.
In the Defiance end of the field. And we said when the ball gets in the middle of the field, they're doing a good job of holding the eyes of the Defiance defenders. That's allowing the guys to make deep, good long runs on the edge. They'll be able to get some quality looks at the net.
Well, with only a couple of exceptions, the match so far has been played completely on the Defiance side of midfield. See if they can get a counter going here, but St. Mary's really keeping the pressure on. Nate Marquin, the longtime PA announcer here, making the call of offsides.
He's seen a game or two in his time.
Yes, he has. So is the man to our right. Coach Beauty up here about 2 chairs down. Got a headset here, Coach, if you want to go ahead and promote anything that's coming up in the near future here. There's a big football game coming up 24 hours from now here as finally Defiance gets to come home, play a home game at Fred Brown Stadium. There's a quick run, and again, the Wings being very active, and that one sent just a little bit wide. Braden Keller got a left foot on it, but again, when you're talking about having to be ambidextrous, or in this case, I don't know what the official term is for your feet, but it looked like he took that shot with his off foot and it was just a bit wide.
Versatile feet.
Versatile feet? Sure. That'll be our term at least for tonight. Long clear by Burris. Battle for a 50-50 ball. Right now, St. Mary's has won most of those. Defiance trying to get a counter going, and they will be unable to here. And again, St. Mary's doesn't waste a lot of time. Loose ball into the box. Quick, and again, shooting with his off foot, but getting a good look, Jake Ackroyd, and it's just wide. Well, in the early going, Jamison Burris has been tested, and he's been more than up to the challenge. We'll see if Defiance can establish some offense moving the other way.
We talked about St. Mary's in the Open. They got 8 goals between 3 different guys. Not one of them is named Braden Keller, who's got several shots or several good looks at the net so far here in the opening half.
So Defiance will get the opportunity here. St. Mary's bringing all of the entire unit back on the other side of midfield. Joseph Hasselbring trying to find the teammate or two in some space. It's going to be a long turn, a long kick. It is certainly wide, but right now Landon Klaus just wanted to get his hands on the ball, get involved in the action.
They're just going to get that initial touch out of the way.
Defiance didn't really move the ball that much in that sequence. One pass and then a shot.
A deep shot at that, and if you're St. Mary's, you'll take it. Here they come once again crossing midfield.
Working the ball quickly. Man, they know where the ball is in space, and this is going to be all or nothing, and it is in off the foot of Brady Triplett. Triplett with his 4th goal of the season, and at the 30-49 mark, St. Mary's draws first blood.
Yeah, the Defiance defender there, he tried to head the ball out of harm's way, just couldn't get enough on it, and you said it, Brady Triplett coming down that right side was able to get control and knock it in for an early 1-0 lead here with 30-49 left to go in the half.
So the Rough Riders break the scoreboard first. And Defiance will bring this ball back. And St. Mary's continuing to keep the pressure on, and that's just misplayed.
And if you're St. Mary's, this is where you want to really get greedy and really push the envelope on the offensive end. Not that you didn't want to anyways on the road early on, but you got Defiance, we're just like you at St. Mary's. It hasn't been easy this year. Defiance now down 1-0. What does that do to their psyche? So if you're St. Mary's, you want to stay greedy, keep the pressure on, and see if you can't go up 2 goals. Because if you can, that can go a long way in this one.
Burris waiting for his teammates to get situated. Low line drive kick. A little bit of a collision out near the 45-yard line. Trying to find some teammates in space. Nicasio Hall with some nifty footwork, but then loses the ball. Boy, the on-ball pressure and another misplayed pass. Here we go, one-on-one, and the shot just a little bit high, or Brady Triplett would have 2 to his credit.
Defiance dodged a bullet on that one. Come barreling down. Coming down right on the goalie, right on top of the goalie, one-on-one. Just got a little bit too high. Tried to go to the upper part of the net and just let it sailed on him.
Well, right now in the early going, Rhett, it's pretty clear that St. Mary's is the aggressor, and they are winning what is commonly called the 50-50 ball, the ball in space. They're getting to it, and they're not content to just kind of hang back and toy around with it. They are on the attack.
Well, I think one big difference between the two clubs is the overall team speed of St. Mary's. That's really showing itself. They're just half a second quicker reacting to the ball, and that's allowing them to make those long lead passes because they know they got the ability to run it down and get a good shot on net.
This is Vincent Holtzapfel. And again, Defiance finding themselves in the situation where they're having to drop back the bulk of their crew and play defense. Nifty movement right there. Ball out near midfield, and St. Mary's will regroup. Dingledine up the near side, and that was just a little bit of an errant pass. Now here's an opportunity if Defiance decides to hustle, and they don't show that they are in any mood to do so. Anthony Hernandez is waiting. And that's going to go right into a scrum. Well, nice job to try and be aggressive there. Is that Hasselbring? To pull out the binocs. Yep, he's lost a shin guard. Quickly gets it back into place.
So a good job by Jamison Burris, again, coming out of that net at quite a distance there, but able to clear the ball. And
we're going to have a foul. Anthony Hernandez doesn't draw a card. It wasn't that flagrant, but a little too physical, especially in the open space there. About 7.5 minutes before both teams will be allowed an intermission, a water break. Two 40-minute halves, with breaks coming at 20 minutes. But again, Defiance playing the bulk of this first half so far on their side of midfield.
That was a great job by Vincent Holtzapfel there in the middle of the field to win that one-on-one battle.
Now here was an opportunity, and now they finally get it on the wings, but that pass is going to be just a little long for Tucker Koppenhofer. But look at this. Again, St. Mary's has it, and they are moving. You don't get a chance to blink, much less catch your breath if you're Defiance. Nice job in space. Look at this. Will Ross gets rid of it. Great movement and coming out, and that is all or nothing on the part of Jamison Burris. What a save.
That's 4 outstanding saves by Burris so far in this ball game.
Uh-oh, look out. A possibility here. Can Nicasio Hall. Well, right now 4 white jerseys surround him. There wasn't much in the way of teammates that are around there to help him.
St. Mary's is not going to let Hall beat them here tonight. They're going to make him play in a crowd, force him to give it up and make others beat them.
Defense getting back again. Reed Cantner in the ball game, and this shot's going to be wide off the right foot of Brady Dingledine.
Dingledine, that was a shot, intended shot, if that was intended for Braden Keller coming down that left sideline. Either way, it was out of his reach, and we'll see if Defiance has only had the ball over midfield twice so far in this ball game, and when they've been able to do so, it was short-lived. So see if they can't, get on the right side of the field. Here you go. See if they're
possibility
able to keep control.
Well, right now, Hall, one of only 2 blue jerseys back in there, and at least I should say on that side of midfield, and this is going to be a foot race to the ball. And heads-up play, nicely done. I believe that was Hasselbring for Defiance to get back and help out. So Defiance will inbound, taking some time. And Memorial more than happy to catch their breath and reset. Wow. And that's just hit right out of bounds. I'm not sure what the strategy was there. But the throw-in is extremely quick and on a cross. Almost a great look by Braden Keller.
That was almost like hockey, one of those redirects right in front of the net. Talked about Keller's speed earlier in this contest, and he's wreaking havoc on the back end of that Defiance defense.
Approaching the 24-minute mark here in the first half. New ball. And on the throw-in, Dominic Paxson. And immediately on top of it, here comes St. Mary's. Nice take. Can anybody get the ball in space? St. Mary's on the throw-in. They know where they're going the second the ball is handed to one of their teammates. And here they come again, keeping the pressure up. Nice cross, but Burris is there to come out, intercept. And look at him. He's immediately getting that ball back into play. I think he wants his teammates to pick up the pace a little bit.
I think he understands. He sees what's being done to him on that side of the field. He's like, hey, let's return the favor a little bit here. Here you go. Here's an opportunity.
Battle for the ball. Was that Hasselbring?
Nice lead pass.
Number 16. That was
off
John's
outsides.
carrying. Excuse me.
Good idea. Again, get the ball in the middle of the field and quickly make a decision. Look opposite, and you got a free runner, but a little bit too far out ahead with the offsides call.
Defiance with a rare opportunity. Possession on the St. Mary's side of the pitch. Can they do anything with it? Nice run. John's carrying was trying to cut over, but that ball deflected. Here comes Hall. He will surrender it. Ruiz getting into the thick of the weeds now. And here comes St. Mary's on a counter. Boy, what placement. And not just by the pass, but the players themselves. Triplet. Up the field, Ross. Boy, right in the heart of the box there. And Braden Keller maybe took one too many steps with it. And a rare chance for a counter here. Here comes Defiance with numbers. And a nice job to get back and deflect that ball by Cohen Kraft.
Good job just coming across the field there to deflect it out of harm's way.
Through. That's just well placed. Brady triplet, and man, it is up to Jamison Burris. Was that his 5th save now so far in this match?
It's not just the 5th save, it's his 5th save under duress, where he has really done a good job of taking the initiative and attacking the ball and not letting St. Mary's get a good crack at it.
This back to Burris. He'll try and slow things down. Now puts a foot into it, trying to clear. He's got Hall up on the far wing.
Going back to Burris, what do they always say? If you're going to come out of the net, right, you better be right.
Yep.
Well, you better be decisive. If you're going to be right, you got to be decisive. If you go. Don't hesitate. And Burris has done a good job.
Here comes triplet, and not enough on it. But again, because Burris came out and pressured him. He saw him coming. But again, Rhett, I'm going to go back to what we were talking about probably 10 minutes ago. St. Mary's is winning nearly every 50-50 ball right now.
And they are. And the ball's not staying on their foot very long either. They're doing a good job of moving the ball diagonally from side to side, really stretching out that Defiance defense. And it's giving them, some good pressure, at the net.
Just a few seconds away from both teams getting a break. They can rehydrate, try and catch their breath. 20 minutes and 12 seconds. Whistle sounds. Do we have another sub? The ball is inbound. Can Defiance get something going in the closing seconds here? Unable to. St. Mary's. Again, spacing so critical in this game, and you just see everybody know exactly where their place is supposed to be on the pitch. Play continues. Hunter Wingett, a substitute on the field now for St. Mary's. Crossing to the near side and going for Elijah Steese, but that ball over his head. And again, immediately inbound. Just keeping the pressure on.
That's not something they're just doing off the cuff. That's something you practice, because every guy that's throwing the ball in, it's hands on ball, turn, throw. And just trust your speed, your team speed, to be able to run it down. At the very least, worst case scenario, you got the ball at the far end of the field on the offensive end, and you're making your opponent have to go the distance.
Well, again, fight for possession. Again, this time won by Reed Cantner. Cantner, not particularly tall in stature, but he looks very fleet of foot. Left foot, and right at the middle. It was on the money, but so was Jamison Burris. And again, just a misplayed pass. And here comes St. Mary's. Can they get the cross? This one cleared out by Hasselbring. Bike.
Defiance has done a good job when the ball's gone to the middle to have good back pursuit, and they've been able to get back in the play and disrupt rhythm. And they better, because if not, that ball's immediately getting kicked to the opposite side, where St. Mary's again is using their speed and making those good long runs.
A rare errant pass by St. Mary's, and we'll see if Defiance can take advantage of it. Boy, on a day where it was pushing 90 degrees, I don't know if Defiance has other colors, but Jamison Burris is standing in the last vestiges of the setting sun on a near 90-degree day, and he's decked from top to bottom all in black. He has got to be hot. Again, a battle for another 50-50 ball. Who wants it? Somebody step in front of it, and I believe this is Ruiz, number 7. Rhoda trying to clear it using a little footwork. And again, an errant pass. Johnny on the spot is Verbeek. Shot sails wide.
No, we were thinking there may have been a water break there at the halfway point, but they played through it. We saw in the JV game they did give one at the halfway point of each half, but in the varsity game here, they're going to continue to push through.
Well, we were told that's what would happen, but it is not, so I wasn't going to mention it. They just play on. So another 16 minutes before anybody will catch a breather. And here comes the pressure again. A nice cross. Bodies colliding inside the box. And nice diving save by Jamison Burris.
If he doesn't pick that clean, if there's any kind of a rebound there, that ball's in the back of the net, because there's a St. Mary's player there. I believe it was number 11, Hunter Wingett, that was just waiting for Johnny on the spot on the backside. But great job by Burris.
I was trying to get a number. I think that was a left footer by Lincoln Waterman. I've busted out the binoculars since trying to get numbers on the far side of the field. There you go. Now that's a challenge that I'm assuming the coaching staff, and in particular head coach Jacob Stork, likes. Get up, get on them, challenge 50-50 balls, and this is a golden opportunity here if Steese can control it. And he sends it back. And again, in good space, knowing where they need to be, and here comes the pressure. Wingett. He's got 2 blue jerseys, trying for a cross. Nobody's there. And that ball cleared out by Joseph Hasselbring.
Yeah, Hasselbring, one of those middle guys, doing a good job again, back pursuit, taking that crosser away.
St. Mary's again, coming with a purpose. Santiago surrenders. Ball into space, and wow, what an angle. It sails wide, but that was an incredible left footer from Brady Triplett.
Yeah, given the angle, he gave himself his best shot as possible to find that far corner. Just couldn't get, probably wish he could have maybe 1 yard, 2 yards before where he was able to make contact. He would have had more of that 45-degree angle, but nonetheless, great effort.
So a long clear here by Burris, but again, plenty of pressure on these blue jerseys. Steese loses the ball, and here comes a trio of white jerseys, but just a little bit early as we're going to have an offside call. Coming up on 13 and a half minutes left to go in the first half. Less than a handful of opportunities on the St. Mary's side of the pitch for Defiance. They might have one here, but again, losing a 50-50 ball. Long pass and heads-up play. Good aggressive play by Burris to come out and snag it. Coming up trying to clear it is Hernandez. Oof, very physical there as Ruiz hits the deck. Holtzapfel kind of blew him a kiss. Out of bounds.
And again, for Defiance, Hasselbrink getting back into the play from that middle of the field, takes that crosser away, and the ball goes out of bounds. Why is that a good thing? Well, number one, you don't give an opportunity to goal with a guy running on the backside, but two, it allows your defense now to reset. And he's done a good job here as this half has gone on of doing a great job, again, hustling back and taking away that crosser.
Corner kick. Into the box, loose ball. Anybody want it? It will be out of bounds. It looks like it's off of Steese. And that will set up another corner kick, this time from the far side for St. Mary's.
All right, now if you're Defiant, you got to get a body on body on this corner kick here.
Ackroyd with the kick. Things gummed up and cleared out, but not significantly enough yet. Here comes St. Mary's, continuing to keep the pressure on. Shot sails wide.
Hey, my headset disconnected.
11 and a half minutes left to go in the first half. Jamison Burris will try and clear it again. Out to about the 40. And just too many white jerseys. Uh-oh, look out. Loosely played ball, and here comes St. Mary's again. And that's just great footwork that time by Hasselbrink.
And there he is again. There gets a shot off the back, but nonetheless, it does its job.
Well, right now, so far, with about just under 11 minutes left to go in this half. Again, Rhett, St. Mary's has they put their foot on the accelerator from almost the first whistle, and they have not let up.
No, I mean, we only counted maybe on one hand the amount of times that Defiance has had the ball across midfield, and when they have not been able to possess it for a long period, for any kind of length of time.
They've had one shot. That's it. One shot.
And it was from distance, too,
yep.
As well. So, yeah, St. Mary's, again, with their team speed, their ability to possess the ball, make those diagonal passes, utilizing the whole field, has really put a lot of strain on this Defiance defense. But fortunately for Defiance, here's a crosser right here.
Keller trying to find somebody cutting towards the net. Nothing doing.
But with all the pressure that they're facing, Defiance, as this half has gone on, has done two things. One, they've done a good job of getting back and taking that crosser away. Hasselbrink, comes to mind more often than not. And then the job that Burris has done in net. He's kept them in this game, giving them a chance in keeping this a one-goal game.
Off the inbounds.
You just feel, though, if you're Defiance, with the way this game's gone, with your lack of possession, that you do not want to go down 2 goals.
No, definitely not.
Because 2 could feel like 4, and, as the way it's going right now. So we'll see if they're able to withstand here at the end of the half.
Keller with a nice cross, and whoa, almost separated from the ball, but Jamison Burris recovers quickly.
And that's half a dozen, above-average stops by Burris. Good decision-making, quick, decisive. He's attacked the ball, and he's done a great job in net.
That one good into space, and we have a collision as Johns Caring hits the deck and rubbing his noggin, making sure he's okay. We've seen the quickness out of St. Mary's through the bulk of this first half. There we're seeing some physicality. And here is an opportunity for Defiance. Into space, they're trying to find Hall. Long run. Good hustle by Hernandez. Staying with it. Ruiz, they're working the far wing, and they're going to send it back. And again, a little bit of a long pass, a little bit of a late decision to get after it, and here come the Riders. Up the far side. Sauce for the Goose. The numbers are even here. Boy, what a tremendous athletic move to keep that ball in play by Keller. Across and look out. Boy, at the last second, we got 16 on 16 there as Johns carrying. Separated triplet from the ball. He was sizing up what he thought might be a second goal. Defiance with an opportunity here. Can they keep it moving? In space. Here comes the man, Hall. He's got Steese on his wing. A little bit of a collision and just a couple of blue jerseys that were working with it on that third of the field.
Yeah, it's kind of got outnumbered there in the back end. Just 2 blue jerseys against 4 defenders.
Nice pass, Hall. Again, nobody else around. And the ball taken away by Rust. Keller, oh, nifty move. A second nifty move. Does he want to take a shot? He does, and it's in.
He got rewarded for some fancy footwork there, beating the defender one-on-one. Lost the ball, but the defender stopped it. It came right back to Keller, and he's able to beat Burris to go up 2-0 here. And then we talked about 7-11 to go opening half, where offense has been limited for Defiance, not only in this game, but pretty much all season. 2 goals might feel like 4 at this point. So, if you're Defiance, you got to find some offense here quickly. And right now, if you're St. Mary's, it's like sharks on blood in the water, right? You sense it, and you're going to continue to attack and keep the pressure on.
Well, speaking of attacking, Keller basically made that of his own volition. We saw 2 tremendous moves. He handled some contact when he got inside the box, and I'm not sure, but I think that might have been with his off foot, too. I think that was a left-footed shot to beat Burris. That was just a spectacular goal.
Yeah, he stayed with it, too, because on his initial shot, the ricochet came right back to him, and he didn't miss. Here he goes again.
Working at it, and right now Defiance just desperately trying to clear. Reese can't quite play that one cleanly. And here comes St. Mary's, and they're not waiting. Keller, physical. Hernandez hit the deck. He wanted a whistle, and now we do have one. Into the box, cleared. There you go. And here comes Nicasio Hall. Oh, tremendous move. Can he track this one down, and can anybody help trail him? And it's out of bounds.
That looked like it was going to open up for Hall, but just couldn't maintain possession.
Well, I don't know how you lose Braden Keller, but he was wide open there. And again, a nifty pass. Nice run. Working his way down the near wing is Cantner. Nice cross. Somebody's got to get on it, and we'll wait and see. Possession maintained. Cantner's going to cross again, and not sure if Burris knocked his noggin on the posts. He appears to be okay.
Well, I think Burris was anticipating that Cantner's going to try the far side, and Cantner tried to sneak it in the post on the short side, but Burris able to react. Was able to knock it away.
5:15 showing on the scoreboard clock here at Fred Brown Stadium. That ball loose, and Johnny on the spot, Jamison Burris. He wants to bring it out. Got to be careful. Can't come too far with your hands. Not outside the box, and waiting for his team to get down. He wants to find somebody, anybody. Making a quick run. Reese. So this should be a throw-in. Reese will come off. Evan Beecher mishandles the inbounds. Well, a few more blue jerseys now being brought into the forward part of the pitch. Nice pass in space. Hall couldn't do anything with it. This ball cleared out. Nifty pass by Caden Niergarter, who's checked in. And a busy man tonight, Jamison Burris, with under 4 minutes left to go in the half.
Well, he's got close to double-digit saves already in this ball game.
Coming up on 3.5, and again, a lost 50-50 ball, and look at this. Threading the needle, Burris comes out. Somebody's got to come help him, and fortunately for Defiance, that ball rolls wide. Did we have a foul? Out near the 15-yard line.
The official's got his arm up.
Offside will be the call. Well, Defiance dodged a bullet there, though.
They certainly did. Again, it's the team speed of St. Mary's is really causing.
They've just been a step or two quicker tonight.
Yep. And then to add to that, for St. Mary's has done a great job of possessing the ball. Again, utilizing the whole field in terms of making those diagonal passes.
Well, Defiance trying to size something up here, but nothing doing. Heading the other way. Hunter Wingett. Battle for the ball out near midfield. Coming up on 2.5 minutes left to go in the half. Little contact, and that will get a whistle from the side judge. St. Mary's not wasting any time. Dingledine will inbound. Ross looking for somebody. Again, Defiance packing their defense back. They trailed 2-0. Goals given up by Triplett at the 30-49 mark, and Keller not quite 5 minutes ago at the 7-12 mark. Jamison Burris, the Defiance goalie, has been peppered tonight.
We said that was one of the goals, or the keys coming into the game for St. Mary's is pepper the net. You got guys that are capable of putting the ball in the back of the net. 3 guys got multiple goals on the year, and they certainly have done that. And they're up 2-0 at this point. But if it wasn't for Burris and the job that he's done in net for Defiance, this could be a lot worse.
A lot. Koppenhofer looking to throw it in. We've got a whistle. A couple players coming off, a couple players coming on. Ruiz will go off, as will Paxson. Coming on, number 8, Santiago for Defiance, and also looks like number 10, Jorge Aguiar. It's the throw-in. Battle for the 50-50. It's cleared. That ball was originally saved. Somebody's got to get there. Rust wanting to work quickly, and now St. Mary's will push it back. See if they try and get one more attack coordinated here with under a minute left to go in the half. Defiance. High throw in, a little bit of an elbow to the back of Evan Beecher. Hall. Well, he's just been smothered tonight. One pass where he really had a good play on it, but it was deflected to the far boundary. And here comes St. Mary's again. Defense getting back. Look out, and that's just too tough. Being beat top shelf, but there's nothing Burris could have done on that one.
No, they had no shot at that one. Again, the guy barreling down the middle of the field, on him. Trying to see the number, looks like number 18. Caden Niergarter came barreling down on Burris, and he got a good foot on it, too. Put it in the upper part of the net. Burris had no shot at that close proximity. And St. Mary's got a big goal here in the last minute to go up 3-0.
That's the first time tonight we have seen Burris beat high. But that was point blank. I don't know what else you could have asked of him.
Nothing you can do. Close proximity, got a good foot on it, and he just beat him over the top.
So we have come to our intermission. We'll put 10 minutes up. We are going to take a 3-minute break. A 3-minute break. This is a Midwest Community Federal Credit Union break, celebrating 70 years of helping you achieve your dreams and securing your future. Visit them in Defiance, Bryan, or Napoleon, or online at midwestcommunity.org. At the intermission, all St. Mary's as they lead Defiance 3-0. We'll take a quick timeout. We're back with more right after this on DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. Stamball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stamball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. The Strady Center for the Arts, entertainment on a whole new level. The Strady Center for the Arts presents a full lineup of culture and entertainment right here in our community. Check out the full lineup and purchase your tickets today at defiancearts.org. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. Premier Bank.
And now we are back to Fred Brown Stadium, the home of the Bulldogs, as we are at the intermission. Boys soccer taking center stage tonight on DCTV Sports. Brent Balbinot alongside Rhett Boyd. And right now at the intermission, all St. Mary's, 3-0. And if it were just one player, you could say, okay, here's where you focus in the second 20 minutes. But, Rhett, it has been three different riders. Triplett scored the opening goal at the 30-49 mark. Keller with just an incredible goal. It was, I don't want to say all him, but for lack of a better term, it was all him.
He created that opportunity, there's no doubt, and on a ricochet, he was able to put it home.
Yeah, he made two incredible moves on the right wing to dodge two separate defenders. He handled contact, regained himself, and if I'm not mistaken, he shot the shot with his off foot. It was just a thing of beauty. That made it 2-0, and then with just 10 seconds left to go in the first half, Niergarter gets a goal to make it 3-0. So before we go any farther, here's my question for you. There's no such thing as a 3-goal shot. If you are Defiance, what are you telling your team if you're Coach Stork right now?
Well, you got to take your shots, and two, I think number one, when you've had limited opportunities on the offensive side of the field, and when they've gotten those opportunities, they have not possessed the ball for any length of time whatsoever to create a quality scoring opportunity. So what you're telling your guys is, look, number one, we got to continue. We got to be physical, and we got to grind on the defensive end. We saw as the half went on, they did a better job in the middle of the field of getting back and taking some of the crossing passes away. You need to continue to do that, grind out the defensive possession. Now, when you get on the offensive end, you got to get some runouts, if you will. And then when the ball is being pushed up the field, you got to have teammates that are running on the far side with you to give you an opportunity to attack. Because the few times they had the ball on the offensive zone, so the guy with the ball, that's it. And he's had to go through 2-3 guys, and it's just been tough sled.
One shot. That's all that Defiance has been able to manage, and it was I would say their best offensive opportunity. It came early in the first half, but it was a quick shot. It was a long shot, and the rest have been very few and far between.
Yeah, to simplify what we're trying to articulate here is simply more guys got to join the rush, if we talk hockey terms, right? And I think that's what has to happen for Defiance. We're not going to have a lot of opportunities on the offensive end, but the ones we do, we got to have all hands on deck, running opposite the guy with the ball and see if we can create a passing lane and get the.
Well, I would also say this too. St. Mary's has won the bulk, and when I say the bulk, I mean the vast majority of the 50-50 balls. At this point, if you are going to get opportunities, you're not going to get them. You're going to have to create them is probably the better way to put it. And to do that, you've got to win more 50-50 balls. I'm going to guess if we could mic Coach Jacob Stork right now, he would probably just say aggressive. I just want to see my team be more aggressive.
Yeah, I think, too, if we look at the football field that they're playing on, you said those 50-50 balls, you got to win between the 20s or even between the 30s. You got to win those battles, one-on-one battles between the 30s. To allow yourself an opportunity to get the ball on the opposite end on the offensive end of the field. And if you do, you're going to give yourself a chance, to maybe get an early goal here, get the confidence up, and try to make a run at this thing late. If not, if we see what we saw in the first half, where 95% of that half is on the offensive end for St. Mary's, it could be tough sledding for the Bulldogs.
3-0 our score at the intermission. We're going to take a 3-minute break. One last Midwest Federal Credit Union halftime break. When we come back, it'll be the second 20 minutes. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com. Banking solutions designed for you. Explore solutions today at yourpremierbank.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
Final seconds ticking off the clock as we get set for a fresh 40 minutes put back up on the scoreboard here at Fred Brown Stadium. As boys soccer taking center stage on DCTV Sports tonight, Brent Balbinot alongside Brett Boyd. Right now, the visiting Rough Riders of Memorial St. Mary's, pretty much a dominating first 40 minutes as they lead the hosts 3-0. Bulldogs entered tonight's contest 1-4-1. The Rough Riders at 1-4. And we'll just see what the next 40 minutes has in store here, Rhett.
I think if you're head coach James Holtzapfel, you got to be thrilled with the way your team performed in the opening half. You know, again, it's been a slow start to the season for them, but to possess the ball as much as they did, to share the ball as much as they did, for the amount of quality looks you got, and then putting 3 in the back of the net, you got to be, awfully happy. And, when your goalie has received only 1 shot on net, and that was, high at that, from about 25 yards out, your team's doing a lot of things right.
Well, Simon Johnscaring trying to be a bit more aggressive out past the midfield mark of the pitch, but losing the ball. Looks like Defiance is bringing the back row up. As a matter of fact, they're bringing everybody up a little bit farther, and they do look much more aggressive to start this second half. And right there, it pays dividends as the linesman calling a foul.
You talk about those one-on-one battles. There's one right there, and it looks like number 13, Tucker Koppenhofer, did a good job. He won that battle. He induced the foul called, on his behalf, and the Bulldogs are in business here. And this is as deep as they've had the ball at any point in the opening half.
Off the free ball, this one cleared out. This ball will sail wide on the far wing, so Defiance. Now, again, here's where much quicker to get that ball inbound than they did any time in the first half. Although the ball being cleared out, and look out if they're not careful, St. Mary's could be on the run on a counter here. Keller. Well, he has had some nifty footwork. This is going to be a race to the ball, and Keller giving himself a great opportunity, and he's got himself a Premier Bank kill. At the 38:06 mark, his second goal of the night.
You're right, second goal of the night. And what he did a great job. Once he got possession of the ball, he a little crafty, crafty veteran there. He slid inside of the defender, keeping defender on his back, and didn't allow him to play the ball from the side. That has left him one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he knows what to do with it when he gets in that close. You said it, his second one of the night.
We talked about 50-50 balls, but also just the quickness of St. Mary's right now. That's a bad combination.
That was a lot like what you see in football.
Look out. This is, again, all or nothing. Burris coming out, and there's absolutely nothing he could have done there. Another misplayed ball, and this time I believe that was number 8, Jake Ackroyd, picking up his should-be 3rd goal of the season.
Again, just a point-blank shot. Not much you can do if you're Burris there for Defiance. Just ball driven too deep. And Ackroyd's too talented to miss from that close.
Well, and at this point, if you are Defiance, now it becomes a matter of pride because you're being taken out behind the woodshed on your own field at the 37:48 mark. Barring something completely unforeseen, this is going to be an uphill battle no matter what. And again, just a misplayed, lost 50-50 ball, and here comes St. Mary's. Ackroyd was trying to swing it to the wing, nothing doing.
And if you're Coach Stork, of Defiance, I think the way they came out in the first couple minutes, they're being gritty in the middle of the field.
Very aggressive.
The message, sometimes it's not about X's and O's. Sometimes it's about you got to appeal to their competitive spirit and their inner beast. And look, we got to grind. We have to grind. We have to win the physical battle. We have to win the one-on-ones and muddy it up and just not let the runners for St. Mary's to be so clean coming through the zone. And but right now it's all St. Mary's, and they feel it. And
you can tell. I mean, look at the way their footwork is. Guys are moving well with and without the ball. The wingers right there, a perfect example. That's a nifty run. Is there anybody for the cross? It doesn't look like it, but that's again a good judgment move right there is finally coming out, and Burris will put an end to this run.
Yeah, and when you got a team that's willing to pass the ball and share it like they've shown here this evening, you're willing to run on that backside because you know that you're going to be rewarded for it, and they've certainly have done that all night.
Another misplayed pass, and here comes St. Mary's again. They keep the pressure on the cross, and that's just a good job of getting back defensively by Dominic Paxson. I'm not sure. Was that out of bounds? It didn't look like it. Did we have a handball there possibly? Yeah, Luke Waterman or Lincoln Waterman bent over and inadvertently made contact. Outside the box, though, that's just a change of. If it's inside the box, it's a penalty kick. And look who's coming. Yet again, Braden Keller, and we've got a whistle for a foul.
Yeah, Keller, there he's able to accelerate through two guys there, and you see how quickly St. Mary's has got the ball back in play before the defense can set up. And again, that's something that isn't, spur of the moment. That's something that they practice. Because you see it. That ball's picked up. They got guys running. They're running ready to play and putting a lot of heat on the defense.
Well, we'll see if Defiance can't mount something here. They have played, again, the vast majority of this match on their side of the pitch. And once again, here comes St. Mary's on the cross. And this is Keller trying to track it down. Boys, everybody else seems to be wilting. He just seems to be getting stronger. They'll play on with the contact, and a left footer sent well over the bar off the foot of Jake Ackroyd. Well, not quite 7 minutes into the second half here. Out near the mid part of the pitch. Nice save over his shoulder by Dingledine. All right, you got plenty of blue jerseys congregating around the ball, but again, gummed up, and this ball stripped. St. Mary's has made it clear that they aren't going to peel back and play a defensive second half. They're keeping things moving. Well, right now, if you're Defiance, I know you're trying to catch your breath, and at the same time, maybe clear your head just a little bit, as 3-0 has turned into 5-0, not even 10 minutes into the second half here.
And we talked about, Defiance and Coach Stork and how it's been a tough start to the season, but it's been a tough couple of years, in Defiance soccer. They've won 4 games over the last 2 seasons. They do got one here to start this season, but when you're trying to build a program, you have to lay the foundation. And what is that foundation? That foundation is that you establish a work ethic, in season, out of season. You establish, a competitive spirit, through the course of the entire game, regardless of the situation in the game. And when you get those foundational pieces in place, then you can build and develop off of that. But those have to be constants, night in and night out. But the future isn't lost, because when you look, this is the first time in several years that Defiance had a JV soccer team, as far as numbers go within your program. So 7 returning starters from a season ago. You have a JV team this year where you can develop some of the younger players, and you're not forced to throw them into the fire at the varsity level where they're totally overwhelmed and discouraged. That's a positive. So again, you want to see incremental growth and development, from a work ethic, a competitive standpoint, and then continue to increase your numbers, and then you can build from there.
Burris comes out and challenges Waterman. So we come up on the 32-minute mark here. Unlike other sports, but specifically I'm thinking of maybe a loose basketball comparison here. Mm-hmm. Forget a 5-goal barrage. Just win the next 5 minutes.
Exactly, 100%. You take the time left and you shorten it into 4 or 5 minute spurts.
Yeah. No shots on goal. Matter of fact, see if you can't muster some offense. Try and play the bulk of the next 5 minutes on St. Mary's side of the pitch, just something to build on.
You're 100% right, and see how many of those 5-minute increments that you can win in the second half. And then you build upon that. And if you look at the data or the stats at the end of the game, and you won, 4 of the 6 segments, or 5 of the 6 segments of the second half. Okay, you build on that. That's your baseline. That's for the next game, and you try to achieve that and build on that. And then all of a sudden, what can happen is you start stacking good halves upon each other, results in good games upon each other, and then that can lead to success in terms of the scoreboard. So, again, incremental growth and development. Win those, restructure your goals, as you're going forward, and build. Now, I was doing a football game a week ago, and the team, one team was getting beat decisively at halftime. I was talking to the coach coming out of the locker room to start the second half, and I said, what's your message to the guys when things haven't gone well? And he said simply this: get better. Yeah, get better. And as simplistic as that is, there's a lot that you can take from that if your guys are continuing to compete, work hard, play together, and continue to develop.
Corner kick coming here for St. Mary's. Now, who wants this? And it will actually come off the foot of Ross. This will sail way past the net.
I've been impressed with St. Mary's corner kicks this evening, because you don't want to overcomplicate it. You just want to get the ball in a position where your guys can make plays. So you don't want to overshoot it. You don't want to leave it short. Just get it to the near the middle of the net and let your guys go at it. And there's been 3 that they've done just that. And that time the header went high, but give your guys a chance, and they've been able to do that.
Under 30 minutes left to go here in the rest of this match. All Riders, 3 goals in the first half. 2, I don't want to say immediately, but almost immediately, certainly within the first 3 minutes of the second half, to make it 5-0. And right there, a rare opportunity for a play by the goalkeeper, Landon Klaus. He has only been challenged once this evening. And again, St. Mary's just so fast. Right there you saw Ruiz getting wrong-footed, and that pass just a little too much mustard on it. Well, next up for the Bulldogs, it will be a little bit of a layoff. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. They are at Archbold, so they will have the better part of a week to practice, maybe work on a few things and get better. For the Rough Riders, this Saturday, they are on the road again at Delta. As this ball in the box, look out. Well, anytime you see number 13 around there, Keller just has a nose for it.
Well, you love those. You love that schedule when you play about every 3rd or 4th day.
Yep.
You keep that consistency in it. Now, and don't get me wrong, it's also good to have a break in your schedule too, where you can practice and really break some things down, do a lot of drill work, skill work, and that's where you can make some gains, and then you put it together in team format. And so Coach Stork will have an opportunity to give the guys some rest, but at the same time really get back to the fundamentals, drill work, skill work, and then again put it to team.
I was going to say, for a second there, you saw who was coming after that, Keller, and he sends one wide, and Defiance just wasn't able to clear that ball. You had probably 4, maybe 5 opportunities. Nobody was able to really put a boot into it and clear the ball. And right now, Defiance just completely back on their heels. Working from the far wing, there's a crosser, and that's going to go off the back of the net. Lights beaming down here at Fred Brown Stadium.
My filter is all the way to clear.
Just a fantastic facility. As a matter of fact, you could say that about everything here at Defiance High School.
It's state-of-the-art. It's state-of-the-art. And I'm not just talking about in the WBL. We're talking about all of Northwest Ohio.
Correct.
You got a beautiful football stadium here, gorgeous press box. Those trees across the way, the visitor side, they're going to be red and orange here in a few weeks. It'll be a gorgeous setting. I'll tell you what, their gymnasium, state-of-the-art, #1 in Northwest Ohio, hands down, bar none. And then you also look at their baseball facility, the softball facility.
You bet.
with when you got alumni like Chad Billingsley and Jonathan Neese who played their high school ball here, who also had major league careers. What a setup they have over there, and you don't find better facilities individually or collectively than here.
Keller, nice cross. And nice job to get back. He unloaded on a right footer, and I'm trying to get a number on the defender there. It was number 6, Paxson. But Keller staying with it. Right now, Defiance looking like they're maybe just a little heavy-footed, and there's the clear that they needed. Rhett, kind of piggybacking on what you were saying, I'm not just going to say Northwest Ohio, and I know there's some bigger metro schools, obviously, in the Cincinnati, the Cleveland, the Columbus area. I would put what Defiance has here up against some of the biggest schools in the nation. I mean, not the nation, the state, excuse me. But, having been down around the Columbus area, down in Dublin in particular, Kaufman has fantastic facilities. I would put this up against just about anybody, barring division in the state of Ohio. You
can have a state, this could be a site, for the state tournament in 4 different sports off the top of my head. From football, basketball, softball, baseball. It's great sight lines in all of those facilities. It's top notch. And you said you said country and didn't mean to say country. Why
I
not?
meant Ohio.
Why
yes.
not? You give me you give me football, basketball, the baseball and softball field collectively. I'll put this set up amongst anybody in the Midwest and across the country, and whoever can beat it, hats off to you because they've done it right here in Bulldog country.
Jamison Burris got the save off of the free kick. Defiance actually working the ball into the St. Mary's third. We'll see if they can't come up with something here, just trying to mount any type of offense, trailing 5-0. Something to build on the throw-in. And that's going to be deflected, and that will go out of bounds. Lost opportunity as John's carrying. Shaking his head, thinking he could have done a little bit more with that.
Well, Landon Klaus right now, he's finally got some action down there.
Well, and again, a situation where you haven't been tested, only 1 shot on goal. You still have to stay locked in. You can't let your mind wander and all of a sudden give up a cheapie. Hall trying to pressure the ball there. Lopez being aggressive. We're seeing a much more aggressive attack, especially on the 50-50 balls for Defiance here in the second half. The problem is they gave up a couple of quick ones within the first 3 minutes of the start of this frame, and 3-0 turned into 5-0. Well, as I look down there, trying to see if we have maybe some local royalty, if you want to call it that, in the stands. I don't see anybody on the far side. So even the visiting fans sitting on the home side of Fred Brown Stadium. If I'm not mistaken, I think I see Coach Weaver. Weaver, the baseball coach, just a few rows in the bleachers down from us.
Well, St. Mary's fans, they're smart. They sat on this side because
so the concessions and the restrooms are.
Concession stand, restrooms, it was shaded when this game started when that sun was out.
Long crossing pass. That was playing with house money. Now, if Defiance decides to turn and attack, they had an opportunity there and just caught on their heels. And I think this is where the mental beatdown, in addition to the physical beatdown, maybe cost them an opportunity there. Nicasio Hall, number 1, just very frustrated. You saw him there. Very few and very far in between as far as opportunities for the Bulldog striker. And again, St. Mary's knows no other way. They just keep their foot on the accelerator. Well, Jamison Burris, you'll look at the score tomorrow, and at least as if it stands as of right now, and see 5 goals. But in all honesty, folks, it could have been even worse. He's been a kamikaze back there tonight.
This could be 8 or 9 easy if it wasn't for him in the opening half.
A rare opportunity here. Johns King can't track that ball down. And again, another 50-50 going to St. Mary's as near guarder. Now we've got a whistle. Under 22 left to go in this one.
You know the offsides call in soccer? It's one of those, it's like hockey, offsides in hockey. The rule's written the way it's written, but everybody in the stands is like, oh, yeah, it's offsides. But they couldn't necessarily explain why.
No.
It's one of those rules.
Well, again, depending on where you're sitting in the stands, even our angle here up in the press box, there have been a couple of offsides calls that you trust the officials are in the right position, because from our angle, you're like, that didn't look like it, but we're probably at a 45-degree angle on one play where the official is right there where he needs to be. So, and again, just 2 men in green jerseys here this evening. So,
well, they've done a great job. They've done a lot of running. As much as these players have, they have.
In a perfect world, you'd like to see 2 linesmen and then the umpire kind of roaming the rest of the pitch, but you go with what you got. So they are doing the work of an extra 33 1/3% tonight. Coming up on the 20-minute mark, and a rare run here. Can Steese do it? A quick cross, Hall. Trying to show a little bit of nifty footwork. Is somebody in space? Somebody want to come to him? And what looked like a promising run has come to a quick end, and now a St. Mary's counter. And look at this. Well, I'm not sure who 25 is, but he looks like a middle linebacker. That's Isaiah Fast.
Yeah, he played in the JV game earlier, and he's got a big foot. He had a goal in that JV game, and it was a no-doubter.
Well, that's interesting because Burris just kind of toyed with him there and then kicks it out of bounds, and they made sure that it was kicked out to the near side, so instead of a corner, it will be a throw-in. And they had a set play run. They were moving Connor Rust right to the middle of the box, and he was wide open. He just didn't handle the pass. Things still getting a little physical as we are under the 20-minute mark here now in this match. Lights beaming down at Fred Brown Stadium. Long outlet. Does Defiance want to try and counter? Well, there are 3 blue jerseys making a run. John Scaring trying to keep it alive, unable to. And I thought I heard a whistle. It sounds like that ball will be out of bounds. Well, just kind of a hush over the crowd that's remained here in the second half. If you're Defiance, a little bit more sound defense, certainly some more aggressive offense. 2 or 3 runs, trying to make a counter. They'll kick this one back and try and regroup. And a whistle sounds here. We have a player down. Nicasio Hall is slow to get up, and he is limping towards the Defiance sideline.
Yeah, he tried to stop the ball there, and he went down. It looked like his feet just kind of got caught on the turf a little bit, lost his momentum. He's able to walk off under his own power, which is a great sign.
So the clock does stop. And in effect, I don't want to call it a free kick, but you got to restart the play somehow. Steese. Well, that's Carter Rohde trying to make some work. Now all of a sudden here comes Ruiz. Nifty run and even better defense that time by Landon Dietz. And here comes the counter. Look out, St. Mary's again. Long. Oh, what a diving save. Tremendous save. As Landon Klaus, check that. That was Hunter Wingett. Hunter Wingett got a rocket off his right foot, and Jamison Burris laid out to make the save.
That epitomizes the job that Burris has done all night long, totally leaving his feet full extension to pull that one in. That was like it was going to be a no-doubter, but he erased it.
Well, the Whirlpool's going to feel awfully good for Jamison Burris after the match tonight. He has sacrificed his body almost from the first minute of this match.
Well, that's one that goes on the highlight reel for sure.
Long cross to nobody. Burris will pick it up. Burris puts foot into it across the mid part of the pitch. And just white jersey seemingly in the right place all night tonight. Now there's a 50-50 ball. Who wants it? And won by St. Mary's. And here we come again with the counter. This time Neargarter will surrender it. Change of possession, Lopez. A little bit of a joust for the ball there, and an errant pass. Stolen away by Landon Dietz. Saved in bounds. Is anybody going to run? Taking the cross, well played into the box, and Defiance's defense is there. And in particular, trying to get a number on the young man. Was that 15 or 16? It was 15. Joseph Hasselbring.
Yeah, after that early barrage, you said it. Defiance is really settled in here. They've been much better in the middle of the field, getting back defensively. But again, it was those two quick goals in the first 2 minutes of the half that really obviously broke this one open. And even if you look back, the goal with under 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
Those three goals came within about a 2.5, 3 minute span, and it was just too much to overcome. But as this half has gone on, they've been much more sound in the middle of the field in those one-on-one battles like you talked about.
Here they come again. Now they've got numbers if they can turn and make the run. Trying to thread the needle through the pass. A nice follow, but still a battle for a loose ball. Nobody technically has control on it. This is going to be a good run by Carter Rohde to cut off Noah White. Who wants this one up the far side? Ball sails out of bounds. Oh, look at this. Here comes John Scaring. And there it goes. Again, numbers now on the attacking side, and that's a great pass, just a little long leading Elijah Steese. That was their best opportunity all night.
Right idea, got the diagonal pass to the middle of the field, looked opposite. They had Steese on the run, just a little bit too far out in front, but that was the right idea, good execution.
And yet here comes St. Mary's counter. You blink your eye and you miss a lot here tonight. On the cross. Well, and again, a 50-50 ball. It was just kind of allowed to trickle 5, almost 10 yards away. They'll clear it. Steese just doesn't have enough to track this one down. You got to get back into the game, young man. White with the cross. Defiance, do they want to counter? And we're going to have some substitutions. Coming on for Defiance will be number 7, Julian Ruiz. Coming off will be Carter Rohde. I'm looking at 24 and 29. That'll be Ross and Waterman grabbing some bench for St. Mary's. Try and get you the numbers on the subs checking in. Well, things have settled down since the last goal of this match. That was Ackroyd for St. Mary's all the way back at the 37-48 mark. And the tally remains 5-0, and look out. Nope, we're going to have offsides. So Defiance will get the throw in. Or actually, it's just going to be a free kick here, excuse me. Long kick, and nobody there. Saying, I want to get a little bit of action in. Klaus decides to run it down rather than let it go out of bounds. Boy, look out, St. Mary's. Oh, nice feed in space. You've got 3 coming down, everybody filling their lanes. This is going to be a quick cross, and I'm not sure if Connor Rust was trying to turn and make a shot or the pass there. It looked like he kind of got cross-footed a little bit. Steese doing a little battle, tries to clear it. Still being pressured, this time by Dietz.
It was a good job by Dominic Paxson there of Defiance to disrupt that, that last scoring opportunity there for St. Mary's. Be able to get contact and get the ball to ricochet away just enough to thwart the opportunity.
Under 12 left to go in this one. Things have settled down, although St. Mary's continues to keep the pressure on and leading 5-0. They'll drop it back and try and reset. Boy, St. Mary's just speed. I'm just sitting here trying to think of a different word for it, but sometimes there's no need to try and overcomplicate it. They've just been the faster team tonight.
They've been the faster team on the edges. They've been the faster team in the middle of the field, possessing the ball, and then having some great scoring opportunities. You said that barrage, that one goal, the final 10 seconds of the first half, 2 goals within the first 3 minutes of the 2 goals the first 3 minutes of the second half. Too much to overcome, but it's just not the goals. It's then the other dozen shot attempts that they've had on net. We talked about all game long. If it wasn't for Jamison Burrison goal for Defiance, this 5-0 ball game, it could be significantly worse.
St. Mary's has definitely dictated the tempo this evening. And it's not just peppering the goalie, it's wearing down the defensive backfield.
Well, the defense is constantly in a quandary in terms of, they're in reaction mode and not initiating, because they are on defense. The offense knows what they're trying to do. Defense has to react, and that, not just physically, but mentally, it takes its toll as well. You can never dig in and be able to dictate tempo or dictate play. And it's been all St. Mary's tonight.
10 minutes exactly left to go in this one. 5-0 Riders over the Bulldogs. Our next broadcast will be right back here tomorrow night, except it will be football taking center stage. Coach Cooper and the Bulldogs, week number 3, finally a home game. And they need a little home cooking after a tough overtime loss at Napoleon, one that they feel slipped through their fingertips, and then Wapakoneta was just too good last week. And it will be the same Riders of Memorial St. Mary's, except they'll be wearing football pads tomorrow night. We'll be back here again then after the weekend on Monday. It will be girls soccer taking on Van Wert. And our crew loves the fact that they can just leave the gear sit and don't have to strike it for a good 72 hours. Opportunity for a counter here, but again, 50-50 ball goes to St. Mary's. And here they come again, keeping the pressure up on the wings, and a miss-hit cross. Very fortunate for Defiance, but St. Mary's just has a nose for the ball.
Probably a little bit of too unselfishness on that play. It looked like the player coming down the right side could have taken that shot, had the far corner available. But, as a coach, you never get upset when you're trying to be an unselfish teammate, get your teammates involved. And St. Mary's has done a great job with their ball control and their passing ability here this evening.
Coming up on 8 minutes left to go in this one. Another well-placed pass, and this is just going to be a run to the ball, and that's a heads-up move by Burris again to come off his line. We has been constantly tested tonight. And look at this, a rare counter here. Can Defiance find a couple guys to fill the wings? They can. Keep it moving. There's a long cross pat. Steese, and if you want to call that a test, and it was, but Klaus was there in plenty of time. Read it in front of him. Now there's winning, actually not even a 50-50 ball, that's just great anticipation. That time by Hasselbring. But look out, got to get back, and we have a whistle for offsides.
Just this one thing. As St. Mary's has made subs in this ball game, one thing you have not seen is a decline in play from an effort level, from a tactical standpoint. They've kept the pedal to the metal, and regardless of who's on the field, and that's a testament to that's a program. That's a program deal there. The expectation doesn't change. Whether you're a starter or someone coming in off the bench. You work the play to meet the expectation, not necessarily to the situation in the ball game.
On to 6.5. Again, trying to keep it in St. Mary's third of the field. That attacking third. Defiance. We'll kick it back, try and reset. Again, we talked about recycling your run here, and Rhett, they're going to kick it all the way back. And they lose their advantage, and here they come. Second, third, even fourth string, doesn't matter for St. Mary's. This is Hunter Turpin, and he was seeing a golden opportunity for himself to maybe earn a little bit more playing time, but can't control it. Loose ball. Who wants it? That ball squirts through the wickets. And St. Mary's will try to reset. Let's see, Carvel Tracy onto the field now for Defiance. 50-50 ball. Do they want to continue to push? There you go. Oof. That was nearly the splits for Ruiz. Congestion around the 30-yard line, and a pair of Defiance players hit the deck. Look at how far off the line Burris came, all the way out about 25 yards.
Yeah, he has great reads, great decisiveness, and then speed to attack. And he's, barring the score, he has been outstanding here tonight, and in his efforts in net.
Well, we will hope to have both Defiance coach Jacob Stork and St. Mary's coach James Holtzapfel for our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center post-game show. I don't know who – actually, I do know. Keller's got 2 goals tonight, so I certainly think he's probably going to be our player of the game.
Yeah, in addition to the 2 goals, he had 2 or 3 other shots on goal.
He's kept the pressure on.
Yeah, he had great speed. He saw some fancy footwork and keeping control of the ball and putting himself in position to score, and he's definitely a catalyst to their attack here this evening.
Pass through, some tired legs and some blue jerseys, and yet it doesn't seem to be bothering St. Mary's. Shot will sail wide. This one off the foot of Bronson Engel. Tough, frustrating night for Defiance. I don't even want to say journeyman work because that first half was surgical by St. Mary's. And as a matter of fact, the first 3 to 4 minutes of the second half, likewise.
Precision. I think that's the best, one way to describe their attack was precision with speed. It was precision with the ability to possess the ball, and did a great job of being willing passers.
Well, and just great movement.
Mm-hmm.
And here we come again. Who wants an opportunity here? This is going to be Nick Hertenstein. And Jamison Burris says no more. Well, both coaches will address their teams. We're going to count on one of our producers, most likely Will Hancock, to get down on the field and corral hopefully both coaches. We'd like to hear from both of them. I know Coach Stork will probably be a man of few words, but I would say from that 37-minute mark on, this has been an even game. Now, I know the score will be 5-0, but
Sauter, please, stop Sauter.
something to build on.
Well, and that's just it. Like you mentioned it earlier in the half that, when you're building a program,
Oh my God, can't we just
and maybe the outcome of the game is in hand, you don't play the string out.
No.
You reset goals, and you said you go increments, 5-minute increments.
Yep.
And if you look from that 37-minute mark, from 35 to 30, from 30 to 25, 25 to 20 on down, they have won those. They have won those increments of time. And again, that is something that you got to build on. Now, as a player and then maybe as a fan, you want it to be a faster process, but sometimes it's not. And it's about stacking, positive minutes together, which leads to positive halves together, which leads to positive games together. It is a process. Sometimes it's slower than you would like, but it's part of the process. So that's something, after that, you said the 37-minute mark, they played sound, pretty sound soccer, especially in the defensive end.
Under a minute left to go in this one. Defiance trying to counter, but most of the action right now just being gummed up at the midpoint of the field. Quick run through. Steese isn't going to be able to track this one down. .33 seconds and counting. Does St. Mary's want to counter? Final seconds being called off the clock here by PA announcer Nate Markin. And that is your final as Defiance falls at home to St. Mary's by a final of 5-0.
Well, give St. Mary's a lot of credit. They came out here on the road after a slow start to the season, and you would have never known that their record was 1-4 coming into the ballgame. You would have never known it because they came out, they were focused, they were dialed in, and they utilized their speed and their passing ability and their ability to possess the ball at the highest level. And they put a lot of pressure on goal right from the get-go. And again, it was that 3-minute span at the end of the first half to start the second half that really put this game out of reach for Defiance. They had 3 goals in that 3-minute span, and that was all she wrote. But give them a lot of credit. Big win for them on the road. And for Defiance, again, you shrink the game down into increments of time, and once the game was out of reach, they, after that 37-minute mark, they settled in and they won those 5-minute increments that we talked about for the majority or for the rest of the way out. And that's something that, even though it's small, it's something that you can build on, moving forward.
We're going to take a 5-minute break. We're going to need some time to get down to the field, so we're going to take a 5-minute break. When we come back, it will be the Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center post-game show. Final score here tonight. Boys soccer taking center stage as St. Mary's blanks Defiance by a final of 5-0. You are watching DCTV Sports.
Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com. Stamball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stamball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. The Strady Center for the Arts, entertainment on a whole new level. The Strady Center for the Arts presents a full lineup of culture and entertainment right here in our community. Check out the full lineup and purchase your tickets today at defiancearts.org. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. Premier Bank, everyday banking solutions designed for you. Explore solutions today at yourpremierbank.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
Welcome back to Fred Brown Stadium. The Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show is now underway on DCTV Sports as we've got a final in. And St. Mary's just simply put their foot on the accelerator from almost the get-go and never let up en route to a 5-0 win over Defiance, picking up their second victory of the season. Coach Holtzapfel joining us right now. Coach, you and I had a chance to exchange some information, but to see your team on the field, your thoughts about your overall performance tonight.
Most importantly, I'm impressed and pleased with the speed they played with, because as recently discussed, speed is what matters, okay? The speed of play matters. I'm also very pleased with, we solidified our defense a little bit. We were missing the small things. We weren't doing the small things right, and tonight I feel like we did. I'm very pleased with that. And when you throw that all together, we're winning balls in the midfield. We were winning a ton of balls in the midfield. When you throw everything together like that, it makes a good soccer game. Our possession, very pleased with our possession. It took a little while for us to find the net, but once we did, we started flowing. So I'm happy.
Well, there's a lot of different angles in this pool that I could jump into, but let's start with, and you mentioned possession, but you won 50-50 balls tonight. Matter of fact, the tempo was, to use a basketball equivalent, a fast break tempo. It looked like not just physically, but maybe mentally you wore them down a little bit.
A little bit, yes. And when you win those balls, if they're coming from their keeper out, we redirect that ball instantly. It is a little demoralizing, and I know it is for us too when we lose those balls. But every time the ball goes upfield, it's a 50-50. And if you can just redirect that back your direction, that's the goal. That's the goal. And when we have guys in the middle that are willing and aggressive enough to go up and get that, or technical enough to redirect it, that's what I'm after. And they've done a fantastic job tonight.
It's not just that you played the bulk of this match on Defiance's side of the pitch. You played it in the attacking third. But let's talk about the balance tonight. You get 5 goals from 4 different guys. Yes. That's got to make you pleased.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. And to be quite honest with you, not to go back to last year, but even last year, I had 27 players. I had 21 with varsity goals. Okay, and that's how you keep a program active. That's how you keep people interested. Not only the kids love that, but the parents love that. I love that. The school should love that. You know what I'm saying? I think that matters. I really do think that matters. So to have that just amongst the more the better. The more the better. It was just a great collaboration.
Speaking of the more the better, one guy did have 2. Keller could have probably had maybe even more if not for, again, Defiance's kamikaze goalie taking a couple away from him. But his first goal was almost set up completely by himself. Mm-hmm. 2 nifty moves, basically shucked a couple of defenders. He handled contact in the box, and he shot that ball. I'm assuming he's right-handed. It looked like he shot it with his off foot. When was the last time you saw such great individual effort?
Well, I see it all the time.
He's going to say in practice.
You know what? I really do see it all the time. We have 3 seniors. Okay, we have 3 seniors this year, and Keller's one of them. Okay, Keller, Holtzapfel, and Connor Rust. Okay, and they set that tempo. And I'm telling you, the way he played like that is exactly how they practice. Even if we're doing pass and follow, they're the ones going hard. If we're doing rondo, they're the ones going quick. And I've said it before, and it may be cliche, but if the younger guys catch on to that, then guys like that never leave your program, because literally the next step, they step in and say, hey, I practice like that. Well, then the younger guys watch that, and I love it. He does a great job.
Still a lot of season left to be played. Congratulations. Enjoy this one tonight, Coach, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Can I really quickly say how impressed and very pleased I am with Defiance? They're well coached. They were great kids. They fought the whole way, and I do appreciate that.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.
Coach Holtzapfel joining us. We're going to take another quick time out. We're back with more of the Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Back at Fred Brown Stadium, the Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show continues as Defiance drops a tough one here this evening to St. Mary's, 5-0, but it was not because of a lack of effort, and certainly not by the young man standing to my right, as junior goalie Jamison Burris joins us for our post-game interview. Jamison, I know this is not the way that you wanted this one to end, but you still have plenty of season left. What was the message that Coach gave you guys in the post-game huddle?
He was just telling us tomorrow we need to work harder and just put the effort in, and we'll see results. And we have playoffs coming up probably a month from now, so we're going to focus on that and continue with the season.
You are a kamikaze back there. I mean, you were flying all over. I think your last save, you almost looked horizontal to the ground. Look, goalie is a physical position. Some guys play it a little more so than others. When did you realize that was the position you were meant for?
Actually, my freshman year, our senior goalie got hurt, and then Coach Stork put me in goal, and ever since then I loved it.
Some guys take to it and some guys don't like the physicality. You don't seem to mind it. How bruised and battered do you get sometimes?
I mean, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's not, but just a love for the sport, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do to win.
Your back line got tested tonight, but we saw you come as far as 25 yards off your line. Now, if you're going to make that decision, you know you have to get there. How aggressive, and I guess what, in general, how far are you comfortable coming out that far?
Probably 25 yards is a little pushing it. 20 is my main I want to go for, but today we were going to do offense, do defense, everything, so I was getting used to that and just try new stuff.
Trying new stuff, and also another day to practice is another day to get better. How much better can this team get?
Honestly, I think we can get way better. We're just not putting the time right now, but tomorrow we're going to push that and just be aggressive every time, every step.
All right. Tough one tonight. Best of luck to you. As a matter of fact, it's next Saturday. You've got the better part of a week off, correct? Yeah. Before you go to Archibald, so you've got plenty of time to practice and build on a few things.
Yep. Thank you, man.
Jamison Burris, the kamikaze goalie for Defiance. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to put a wrap on the Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Back at Defiance to put a wrap on the Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. Brent Balbinot rejoined by Rhett Boyd. St. Mary's just in command tonight. They were surgical, they were precise, they were dominating in a 5-0 victory over Defiance. They pick up their second win of the season against 4 losses as the Bulldogs fall to 1-5-1. Rhett, a situation here tonight where, and we heard from Coach Holtzapfel for St. Mary's. Obviously, we heard from, again, Mr. Burris for Defiance. Both teams can take something out of tonight, win or loss.
Without question, every day on the field you get one day better. And I thought for St. Mary's here tonight, you said it, precision right from the get-go. And it had to deal, number one, with their overall team speed, and they used that to their full advantage. I thought they passed the ball extremely well when they got on the offensive side of the field. But the game was won in the middle of the field. On a football field, between the 30s. It's those 50-50 balls. When you win those matchups, you have a chance to get some quality scoring opportunities. And with the way this team passed the ball vertically, diagonally, looking opposite, they had quality scoring opportunities all night long, and they cashed in with 5 in the back of the net.
5-0 the final score. That's going to do it for our broadcast here this evening. We appreciate Rhett Boyd joining me. We appreciate our crew doing a fantastic job. They were out here early this morning setting up at Fred Brown Stadium. This is going to be our home for about the next 72 hours. A big thank you going out to our underwriters for